To remove the right load cell, unplug the load cell from the AD termination board, unscrew the wires that go into the connector, trace the wire that runs underneath the ST400 board and pull that out. And now you're ready to pull it back through the junction box. When removing the left load cell wire, you're going to unplug the connector from the AD board, remove the wires from the connector, and then you're going to route it and pull it. That goes around the motherboard and it goes out the top up to the load cell. At this point, you're going to make sure that your maintenance hook is flipped over the rail, and you're going to be backing this screw completely off so that this bracket is loose of the load cell. And at that point, we're going to take a wrench, Allen wrench, onto this bolt and put wrenches on the bottom to remove that. Now that that bolt's been removed from there, you're going to put your Allen wrench on those bolts there, and you're going to loosen these nuts to remove these nuts and take the load cell off of this bracket. Once you have the wire threaded back through the lower junction box, you're now able to take the wire and thread it up behind the ST400 board until it comes out where you can grab it, pull it, and once you have it pulled out, you're going to be putting the connector on. Putting the load cell wires into the connectors, the wires go from the top with the screws out, green, red, white, black, and then shielding. When you're putting the wires into the connector, make sure that you twist them so you don't have any frayed wires that showed, and then install them in there, seating them nicely, and then tightening the screw down. Your ground wire may or may not have shrink tubing on it already, but the same applies to that. Twist it nicely and then plug that into the connector as well, making sure that it's seated good, and then tighten that down. And then your last step of this is to plug it back into the same port that it was on the AD board before.